The Sons of Man, beneath St. George's Keep. Most people think St. George's Keep is just another medieval tourist attraction: stone walls, wooden doors, a place for school trips and postcards. But that's a lie. Because beneath that castle is a dungeon so evil, the government still denies it exists. The only ones who ever guarded it were a secret brotherhood called the Sons of Man. According to restricted archives, the keep wasn't built to defend the kingdom, it was built to contain something. Long before St. George ever became a legend, villages reported night walkers. Creatures shaped like men but twisted in ways no natural thing should be. Shadow figures that stood silently in fields until sunrise. Gaunt beings that whispered names from the rooftops. When the church couldn't explain them, they buried the truth beneath the castle. The Sons of Man were created to guard what lay below. Their oath was simple: we watch what the world must never see. Generation after generation, they descended deeper into tunnels no architect ever designed. They charted chambers carved with symbols that burned to the touch. Some doors were chained shut from the inside, as if whatever was trapped there had once tried to escape, and failed. The one rule the Sons of Man passed down above all others was terrifyingly clear: never speak to anything in the dark. If it answers, it becomes aware of you. The dungeon was a labyrinth of horrors. The deeper you traveled, the colder the air became, like frost forming in your lungs. Cell 12 held a shifting shadow with no source. Light couldn't reach it, but it could reach you. Cell 7 imprisoned a massive horned figure with milk-white eyes. It never blinked. It never moved. But guards swore its chest rose and fell in the night. Cell 3 contained a woman-shaped being, perfectly still, perfectly silent, until someone approached. Then she smiled. But the smile was never her own. Some believed these were demons. Others believed they were the last remnants of an ancient race, beings that walked the earth before mankind and despised what replaced them. Then came the 1894 breach. Official history blames an earthquake. But the Sons of Man's private records tell another story. A seal broke. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the doors on level 3 were discovered wide open. 3 sons entered to secure the breach, and vanished. When rescuers followed, every lantern exploded into darkness at the same instant, as if something had inhaled all the light in the room. In that blackness, they heard a scraping sound across the stone ceiling. Followed by laughter that didn't echo, it multiplied. The survivors fled. The dungeon was sealed that night, and the Order swore it would never be opened again. Today, tourists wander the keep, smiling for photos, totally unaware of what sleeps beneath their feet. Maintenance crews report chains dragging under the floorboards. Night guards swear they've heard whispering from vents that were supposedly sealed shut a century ago. One retired Son of Man gave a single interview before his death. His voice shook when he said, "The seals are weakening. Something down there is patient. And it remembers. So the next time you visit St. George's Keep, and you feel the ground tremble just a little, don't ignore it. Because the Sons of Man say the same thing every year. The dungeon is waking up."